Hello, welcome back to UDL farming. So we're into late summer, and as you can guess by the title of the video, we actually have our first harvesting contract. It's not worth a lot of money, admittedly. It's only £3,000, and to lease the equipment is about £600 to £700. So it's not a massive amount of money, but we'll gain the money from the wheat. And we've leased the equipment from the farmer itself, so this is the equipment it's given us. Nighthawk is currently off doing a transport contract at this moment in time, so we are just about to start while he's doing that.
Hello.
Hello, Nighthawk. It's quite a nice cab, to be fair. We haven't quite decided. I don't need the dolly for the harvester, admittedly. We haven't quite decided what we're going to do harvesters-wise for our field yet. It is nearly there. We're hoping by tomorrow it will be ready to harvest. So we're going to start harvesting this field, and then Nighthawk is going to come and bring the trailer. Is the plan. I will say, going into the harvester to actually get to the field, visibility isn't brilliant. There's a reason I prefer to have the view from outside. So let's unfold the harvester. This is our first harvesting contract on this farm. It's exciting times.
Been a long time waiting.
We have just had rain, and it's telling me do not thresh when the crops are too wet. And I've got a feeling it's too wet. So it isn't going to let us harvest this crop currently. I did have a feeling this might happen, honestly. So what we'll do is we'll come back hopefully in an hour or so when the crop's dried a little bit. That's kind of the hope. So we're back in a second. Hello, welcome back. So my hour later was a little bit off. It's 6 hours later, it's now midnight, and we're now ready to harvest. So we are going to harvest through the night. The reason we're doing it through the night is our worry was our field is ready to harvest, we think, in the morning. So because of this, we need to get this contract done. So we're going to work through the night to do this. Visibility isn't brilliant. And I think that, let me just play with my lights. That is the maximum I can see. It's actually a little bit easier in cab, to be honest, which I'm very surprised by. So Nighthawk is on the trailer.
Hello. Again,
yeah. Not entirely sure how long this is going to take us. It's not a massive field, it's only 2 acres. But it's not a massive header on the harvester that we got given for this contract either. So this could take some time. But yeah, we are thinking our main field will be ready to harvest in the morning. So that's why there's a little bit of a rush to get this done. Just going to go around the edges first. The contract itself is only worth £3,000, like I said, and the cost of leasing the equipment is about £600 or £700. But we will gain the income from the wheat as well, so it's definitely worthwhile doing. Unfortunately, on this map, Marwell Manor, currently there are only 3 fields that the computer has actually sowed. We think we may have lost one of those fields due to a glitch. So money this year from harvest other than our own fields, is going to be a little bit tight. So we need our fields to make money. But because we couldn't afford fertiliser at the start, none of our fields have been fertilised, so their yield will be lower. We're hoping that's not going to affect things too much. We should. The fields are quite big. We should still make some decent money out of it. Hopefully.
How you going with your capacity?
About 40%. So now the sides are done, Nighthawk should be able to follow us. Once we get across. Hopefully the trailer will hold everything. We won't have to do more than one run. Hopefully, we shall see. Our income, you may have seen, has gone up. We got 29,000 from the biogas, which is always a big help. Would you like the pipe out? How are you doing this? Are you going to come alongside?
Yeah, do the pipe out.
Okay,
Stops you from stopping then. What's your speed running at?
6 mile an hour.
Radio.
And there's Nighthawk to the side of us. There we go. So yeah, we are hoping this doesn't take too long. Otherwise it's another work through the night, which we do tend to do a lot of that, we have found.
Yep. We need sleep.
So what capacity is the trailer currently at?
We're 27%.
That's not too bad then. So maybe I'd do this in one run, hopefully. We do feel the farm is doing well currently. We're slowly getting the loan down. Nighthawk's managed to get his loan down quite a bit. That he took out for the animals. So we do feel like we're doing well. We do need a good harvest season. And then we're already starting to plan a little bit for next year. We've got to try and think about the winter a little bit as well. And try and maintain an income during the winter. We've got a couple of ideas. The animals so far we're doing well with. We've got We do need to deliver the eggs from the chickens at some point as well. That's something we do need to do. That might be a wait until winter job. We're just going to save them up till then. The pigs, we have found there is a glitch with the satellite farm. It won't let us clean them up, so their cleanliness is 0, and we cannot, without buying the farm, I think we can't actually clean them, which is a slight issue we're trying to deal with at the minute. Luckily on the forecast we are due sunshine now for the next few days, so we may have just timed it right for harvest season at least. It's not a bad harvester, to be honest. It's not very quick, but then harvesters aren't designed to be quick. It's not very wide. It's got decent capacity though. We're still trying to work out what harvesters to use for our big field, because obviously we don't want the crop to wither. So time is an issue because of the size of it, and also trailers to actually load the crop into. We're thinking we're going to sell some, store some, kind of do a bit of everything with it really. And then we also need to get the wheat baled up come afterwards as well, as we're going to need that for the animals. So it should all come together. We don't know if we're going to plant over the winter or not yet. We haven't really discussed the plan with that. That's something we need to look at.
51%.
Perfect. We should do the field in one, I think, the way it's looking. So an hour, and we're all so far into this, and we're doing okay. If you look at the map on the bottom left, you will see, obviously the field is wider this end than it is down the far end. So that does make a bit of a difference. And there are some telegraph poles in the middle of the field we'll have to negotiate as well. Hopefully, when we harvest our field, we'll actually do it in daylight. There's one of the telegraph poles just there. Time that perfectly, straight past it, no issues. We're obviously not bailing this because it's a contract, so you actually can't bail on contracts. Which is fine, we're going to have that from our own fields anyway. What do you think, Nighthawk? Will we actually get in one, or?
We're 63%.
It's going to be close.
Yeah, it's going to be pushing it a little bit.
Although the harvester can always deliver as well.
It's true. I take it you're empty at the moment.
Yeah. The original plan for this episode and the harvest contract was to start in daylight, see the sunset as we're doing it, and have a nice view at the same time. That hasn't quite worked out due to the rain. But then I suppose it wouldn't be harvest season without the rain hitting and messing up your best laid plans.
Good old nature.
I think this next bit will be the interesting part, because I think we're going to be head on with the telegraph pole, so we're going to have to go around that. Normally we'd cut away and finish this off and come back towards the end, but since it's the first harvest, I've kind of wanted to show it to its fruition. And like I say, I was hoping daylight would help us with that.
And it is quite a small field.
Yeah, it's not big. I'm pretty sure the telegraph pole is coming up.
Are you going right round or left round?
Probably right. Or I might not have to.
You're going to probably have to turn a bit.
Yeah, but not massively.
Arm in.
Whoa, I'm caught.
Yeah, put your arm in.
Oh, it's the arm, is it?
Yeah, it's a pipe.
Didn't even think about the pipe, to be honest.
Did try and call it.
I know. Didn't even think about that being out. It's not being able to see behind you is a slight issue.
Alright, you're clear.
I think there's another one as well somewhere. I think we aren't far off getting this finished, to be honest, so it shouldn't be that late tonight, not compared to some of the nights we've worked.
No, some of the burying contracts has taken us till pretty much the morning.
Well, one took us 2 days, but that was 2.5 days for two contracts, weren't it?
Yep.
We have made quite a bit of money off grass, though, to be honest, this year.
That has pretty much been our main source of revenue at the moment. Who would think cutting grass, you can earn a living?
This is it. We're hoping to get to the point of actually making money off the animals. Obviously, we've got the eggs. Nighthawk's got his cows, which will give milk soon. So we are hoping actually the animals to pay back some of what we spent. But obviously, it's always a slow progress getting started with animals.
I should really check on my cows to see how much food they've got at some point.
Yes, you should. Make sure Betty hasn't escaped again.
Oh, don't. I'm sure she's got a suicide risk. She keeps sitting on the road.
Enjoys playing with cars.
Yeah, the amount of complaints I get from the neighbours is unbelievable.
I wondered where the rest of the field had gone then, but we've kind of done that run, that's why. The width on this shorter end.
Yeah, you've gone to a point now, haven't you?
Yeah, it's the width of the field is narrower on this end. Does show how much we've nearly done though. It's only going to take us hopefully a couple of hours in game time. We started just after midnight. I haven't checked the price of the wheat currently, so I don't know what we're going to earn from this on top of the contract money itself. But anything's welcome at this point. We are going to have to lease equipment to harvest our fields as well, so that's something we're thinking about. We have also got crop damage on, so something else we have to think about when we're harvesting our fields is the damage. We don't want to lose anything, we need as much revenue out of it as possible. What percentage are you up to, Nighthawk?
94%.
So it's going to be a full load from Nighthawk and then the rest in the harvester, I would have thought. It's the only thing with the dark, I've now got to find out where the crop is. Oh, there we go.
Right, that's me done.
Okay. So we should hopefully get the rest into the harvester and we'll deliver from the harvester. Hopefully it all fits. So this is the part of the season we've all been looking forward to. Hopefully it works out as we hope it does. Obviously the weather is a risk. So far it is looking okay. Time is our biggest thing with the crop withering. We've got to, like I said earlier, this is the reason we're doing this time of night. We need this done. We don't want to lose out on the revenue from this. We are under the impression ours will be ready to go as well. With such a big field, we may have to get some helpers whilst we're delivering just to keep it being harvested. This could possibly be the final run, to be honest. There might be one more up the other side. They're just about there. Just got to find the last little bit in the dark. There's always more than you think left over. Should easily get it into the harvester though, so that's something. Contract is finished. We're just going to get the last bit though. We gained £1,000 from what Nighthawk just delivered. How many units was that, Nighthawk? Roughly?
21,000, I think.
And they gave us £1,000. So it kind of tells us the price of wheat isn't very good at the minute, and obviously it won't be till the winter. That's why we're thinking of maybe selling some store the rest, depending how much we get.
Try and get more money later on in this season.
Yeah, winter time will be the best time. But yeah, wait for the higher demand. Right, so that is the field finished. So if we go and we need to drop off the header back at the shop, then we'll go and deliver the last little bit of the crop. Just header off. We're going to go ahead and deliver the last bit. We've got 30% in here. So all in all, the contract should make us roughly about £3,000, maybe just a little bit more than that. But it's been, what, 2 hours work?
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
And we've got 1,000 over already, and that's without what you've got in the back of yours.
This is
so
it.
it could be a couple.
So it should be our next left. Just down here. And then I think left hand side.
It's literally in front of you as you go down the slope.
Oh, it's that one, is it? Okay.
Yeah. So if you bring your arm out, that pipe.
Oh yeah, I see it.
It's on your side as you're turning right.
It's not allowed. Oh, it is. It's automatically unloading already. Auto unloaded. There we go. So we got another £758 from that. So not too bad.
It's about 1,800 roughly.
Yeah, plus the 3,000 minus £600 for the lease. It's not too bad. So that's our first contract, harvesting contract done. We gained a little bit of money. It's all going to go towards leasing the harvesters for our own fields. Just wanted to say a quick thank you to everyone that has watched the videos. Thank you for following our progress. And hopefully the next time we see you, it will be harvesting our own field. That's the plan anyway, but we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.